In the kitchen. So I'm not really sure if this is actually a recipe or a food review. So I'm going to be talking about golden curry, sauce mix, medium hot, curry sauce, made in Japan. And I think it sort of makes sense because I think most people around the world are familiar with the work ethic of Japanese people. They work from the minute they wake up in the morning till quite last thing at night. So obviously they need some sake to chill out sometimes, and definitely a good curry. So hence this is a convenience food at its simplest. So this is what I've done so far. I've got a little bit of a potato and I've steamed those down, and we have a little bit of a tava here. Got the tail end of a red pepper, a green pepper, a small red onion and some aubergine, and just minimal oil. Just going to let the potatoes simmer away and steam, and I'm going to add that. So we've got our ingredients for the curry. Here we have some, I'm using Thai jasmine rice because they favour the short grain rice in Japan. So it's a little bit interesting, the description of how you're meant to cook this. So I do have a kettle of, what does it say, 540 millilitres of water there. I'm not sure that's the recommendation for the 5 ounces of vegetables. So inside the contents we have this little pot here, and that makes nearly a pint, 540 millilitres. So I'm going to follow the instructions. I've got a pint of water boiling in the kettle, and I'm going to put the potatoes with that, and then we're going to come back and see what it looks like. I'm going to give it a taste test. So like I said, I'm not sure if this is an actual recipe, but it's my own opinion and review. What's interesting about curry in Japan, the British Navy took curry to Japan a couple of hundred years ago, obviously when they were dealing with the East India Company, etc., exporting, importing, robbing, pillaging and all that type of thing. So the Japanese Navy still have curry on the menu every Friday night, which is interesting. So we'll see how this all comes back together. I just cook my rice, boil my kettle, we'll come back shortly. So I've got a suitable vessel here for cooking, nicely heated. There's my pint of water, or just under a pint. Next, I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. Let's open the curry concentrated paste. It's technically a roux, so flour based or whatever. So that's going in there, and I'm going to, oh, it looks, smells good, a little bit Chinesey on the smell, you know, that type of smell. So I'm going to give that a good stir. Let's break it up into bits, and I'm just going to stir that until it's mixed in well, and we do have some type of paste. We'll come back in a few moments. So a few moments later, I'm still stirring the last of the particles in. I've put it into, reduced the heat to a simmer, and I'm just going to stir away until we have a lump-free paste. Smells okay. So no matter how I stirred, I just couldn't get those lumps dissolved. So into the NutriBullet and back into the pan, nice and smooth. So that was tough going. Instructions aren't very clear, or maybe I'm just pretty thick. Just going to bring that to a boil now. It says to simmer it gently for 15 minutes. It's been at least 7, so we're about halfway down. It's going to a gentle simmer. Now it's time to add the ingredients. I'm not sure why I'm laughing, but yeah, that's going to be simmered for about another 7 minutes now. Looks reasonably okay. Obviously you can use any vegetables or meat you want. Wow, it's looking surprisingly good. We'll come back in 7 minutes ready to serve. Taste test awaits. So 7 minutes, it's thickened up, nice and bubbly. Let's serve and give it a taste. Honest opinion coming up. So there we go, doesn't look too bad, does it? Let's have a taste, just of the sauce. I know what the veg tastes like. Okay, similar to a Chinese Takeaway here in the UK, nice and thick. Quite a lot of corn flour, a little bit of a heat, a little bit of a spicy kick, but nothing severe. Relatively balanced flavours, a little bit salty, not actually too bad. So what would I give it out of 10? 5.5. Thanks for watching.